Hi, my name's Casey Hickok. I work for Bluff City Fire Department. I'm the captain of C Shift. At this facility with our training grounds, we just got the forcible entry Conex buildings. And the biggest thing that we ended up doing from that is having reliable training that we could use here to get hands-on repetition going straight out into the field and applying that to just kind of what we have to do day in and day out. So with the forcible entry boxes, we've been really kind of coming down to having our own personal way of getting into any structure as far as residential doorway or commercial doorway, and then all of us having our own separate techniques. With these boxes, we've actually been able to combine what's our best practices and find what works for the personnel that we have. And then on top of that, having an interagency relationship with CAL FIRE, with Bluff City, and then the lack of personnel that we both have on either side of our departments really creates inter-crew continuity in order to force doors, and it doesn't really matter the personnel, we're all kind of doing the same thing. The biggest thing with these boxes, the training logistics, we are being able to force doors more often. We could go in through rebar. We're able to utilize a lot of tools that we weren't able to do other than watching a YouTube video. So then coming out here and actually getting hands-on training has been a game changer when it comes to our ability to actually do hands-on training. I don't think cost was ever an issue. I think what the issue was is even having the availability to go cut rebar, to go force a window and actually practice our hands-on training and having that repetition in order to utilize those skills out in real life without having a lot of the consumables as far as a full-on window replacement or trying to find somebody's house or business allowing us to cut off rebar from a window. It's a huge cost savings in that terms of training and just the availability to do these repetitions. From a captain supervising firefighters and engineers, the biggest change that we've had is doing forcible entry training on target solutions. You really want to take a Halligan to yourself versus actually going outside doing a prop and being able to have not just one prop, but having two, multiple sets of doors, multiple different facets to go in and actually train and utilize the same reps, whether it's one person, two people working as an engine crew, or two separate engine crews, and almost race yourself utilizing techniques that we have. That is where the fun comes in. And not only that, that's where we could actually make these structures and these doors harder to open than an actual real life scenario. So when we get to that door that's at the house and we try and utilize our force and technique, we're not injuring ourselves. The doors just kind of fail with ease versus kind of what we trained to do, which is the hardest case scenario. The morale in the department, I mean, from a captain's standpoint, it makes it really easy just to go, hey, go force the door. And I've never seen a firefighter not smile and go, oh yeah, let's go to work. So, I mean, morale just right there when you go break something. I mean, everybody has a bad day and we just want to go find a plate to go break sometimes, but this just beats paperwork every single day of the week. So far from my experience being, in the service now close to 20 years, this has been one of my favorite roof props that we could go, and just for the ability to change the pitch, the closeness it is to have safety on the ground. There's a lot less failure aspects to it. And then the ability to roll multiple rafters is huge. To have full 4x8 sheets up there to cut holes. In this case, I think it's an 8x8 hole on a 12x12 pitch. So, I mean, that ability right there creates a realistic aspect from a training ground environment where it's safe and controlled to out in real life where we could actually put these skills to work. And that, from my standpoint, allows me to separate crews and actually do functions as a captain in a small department to have just better access on the fire ground to do things without putting my firefighters at risk. The biggest point for me coming from these boxes is just that ability to where we could go in and save lives a little bit quicker because we're just training harder to get into these facilities. We have a lot of homes in our lower income community that barricade their doors. People are more afraid of watching, the news, and they're just thinking something's always out to get them. So they're reinforcing their doors in different ways than we've seen in the past. So this is where these things do save lives. They not only prevent injuries on our firefighters, they create crew continuity in terms of just having fun, that morale boost, and provides realistic training in an unrealistic area. And that's the biggest benefit that we could get from it.